What's going on today, guys? T-Rex here with day 17 of our 100-day survival challenge. We're still working on making our breeds up so that we can go in and fight the brood mother. We're going to have a lot of that going on today. I'm also going to go and try and get a good water tame so that we can get into the underwater caves that are out there. I've been working on shortening the videos a lot more so that they're easier to watch for everybody. If you have any suggestions on what I could do to help with that, go ahead and put a comment down below. I'd appreciate the insight. And we're running stuff to the obelisk right now. All of our tributes and all of our artifacts that we need to put in the obelisk to go fight the alpha brood mother. We are going to start with fighting the alpha brood mother and going through the next 25 days after we fight her or less. We're going to fight her a couple more times at the other settings, the other levels of her. That way we can get more element so we can make more of our tech gear. And as we head back to the base, I was looking off to the left and rights here, and it looks like there's a lot more doties spawning everywhere all of a sudden. I am going to stop, get things that we'll need for tech stuff, more stuff like cementing base, wood, metals, stuff like that as we're going through, and making sure that we're all set up so when we do get our tech stuff that we can go ahead and make sure that we have the material we need to make it. Alright, back to base right now. We have our baby Rex just hatched. We still are having some issues with the imprinting on that. I'm trying to make it so that we can imprint to 100%. I may have to change the settings to be single player settings, but I don't have that on right now. I just have an experience buff, a maturation buff, and a imprint buff. So I'm just making sure that we have everything that we need while we're doing it. Alright, we got Susan Strong out here wants to walk with us to get her imprint bonus. I really like the way that the RGs are. We can get their speed up because I put leveling speed available for flyers. They're really good for carrying heavy weight. They're a mobile workbench, but I want one that is bred and imprinted. That way it is more useful in the long run than just a wild tamed one. This is our pig over here. It's going to be our healer for the boss fight. We want to make sure that when we're leveling it, we're leveling its food up. The next thing that we need to get is going to be a snow owl. That's going to be on a later map though, so we're going to wait until we do that. If I do come to a point where I'm able to fight the second boss, the third boss, and the overseer before the 100 days are over, I'm probably going to fight those and move on to the next map faster. What we're going to see as time goes by, we want to make sure that we're getting any yellow or red drops. That's where we can get good ascendant schematics and some ascendant gear. Most of the time it's just going to be garbage in the drops. Alright, here I was gonna head out to the beach and start doing stuff, but then I realized I forgot to turn mating off of one of my dinosaurs. I need to make sure what we have for breeding, make sure everybody has food on them, and yeah, that was my mistake. Now we're gonna head out to the water's edge and try to start getting us some underwater tames so that we are available to go into the caves that are down there. There's Tuso down there and Alpha Moses down there in the caves, so we want to make sure we have a strong enough tame that can withstand the damage they deal out and withstand the amount that there are. One of the good underwater tames I will always advocate for is these Basilosauruses. They're really hard to tame. You need to get prime fish meat and go down and feed them one at a time. They're a passive tame, but they don't take shock from jellyfish or eels and stuff, so you won't be getting knocked off of your mount. We're going to be looking around for sharks and see if we can get us a good megalodon. Like I said, I want to try and get at least 5 megalodons. But as I'm down here, I just seen that we got a Mosa ahead of us. There's a trick to fighting and taming Mosasauruses. If you get above a certain threshold, they stop coming after you, honestly. So what you're going to do is get it to where it won't come after you anymore, dismount, and then have your scuba gear on and just follow it. And then as it starts coming back to you, you're going to swim upward and keep tranking it out as much as you can. Make sure you have narcotics because these things are really hard to keep asleep after you tame them out. Or biotoxin. Biotoxin works really well. A Basilosaurus is really good at getting biotoxin because of the I can't get shocked ability on them. Alright, as we're tranking this guy out, we're down to our last, 2 trank darts. So, that's it for our trank darts. I guess he's going to get away, and then I turned around and noticed he wasn't. He actually stayed awake, passed out right there at the corner. To get prime fish meat to tame this, I forgot it, but if you use an axe or a pickaxe on a megalodon, it will give you prime fish meat. It won't give you much, like 5, 10, 13 at most. But that will make sure that you have the prime fish meat that you need for your mosasaurs when you're taming them out. Alright, now that we got our mosasaur, we're going to head back to our RG Greg, and we're going to make sure that we get him in a cryopod. We're going to keep him in a cryopod for a while we build stuff and do other stuff like that, so that he gets experience in the cryopod. After he gets all the experience that we're going to need him for, we're going to take him out, put some levels into him. Definitely put some levels into strength. Definitely put some levels into his health. That way we can use him like that. I may even turn him with a platform saddle so that we can build another mobile base that's underwater going. So we'll see how that goes. That's not 100%. This is what I'm going to do. That's just an ideal, something that I could be doing. And again, I forgot to turn mating off. So we have another Rex egg. We have another one that just hatched. We're going to keep trying to get as many as we can. We want to make sure we have at least 10 to, I want to say 12, but 10 Rexes should be able to beat the alpha brood mother at any level, and especially in the 200s like they are right now. We're going to make sure to level some points into health. Maybe we have them at like 10,000 health, and then have their strength through the roof so that when they're attacking and doing their bite moves, it's killing everything that they bite in one hit. So when we get to the brood mother and they start doing damage to the brood mother, they'll kill her really quick. 10 Rexes with a Uteranus buff and a pig that's passively healing is a pretty solid team. It's like a couple of tanks, some DPS, and some healers, and that's all you really need. It's kind of like a RPG type style fighting. And as we go in to fight this brood mother, we are taking our first Rex in here, Rex, and we're gonna see if he can survive this fight too. After we get down to where we can go fight the Overseer, we're gonna put everything that we want to take to the next map: a Yudi, a Dodi, an Anki, an RG, maybe a Rex, and a PT. So when we go to the next map, we're not just lame ducking it, trying to start all over. I'll probably bring a fabricator, an industrial forge, all that stuff to start it off really quick. Now that we're in night 17, there's a little mountain here on the island that is really good for getting metal. It's right in the middle of the map between blue and green obelisk. It's a platform. There's no other way up to it except for flying, so there's not any tames that are normally up here at all. Once in a great while you'll see a random spawn up here, but I don't see it very often. Um, and your Anki you can take and get all the metal and fly it right back to base. We built that top platform on our base so that when we do get back to there, we don't have to go inside the base to drop all the metal. We can stand at the top, drop it all on the top, and then throw it into the base or into the industrial forge. Alright, we got about 4,000 almost metal right there. We're going to put it inside of our forge and we're going to move on from there. That 4,000 is going to turn into about 2,000 metal, which is really good for us. It's going to help us out in the long run. We're going to make sure that we're keeping an eye on it, and that's going to be it for night 17 and day 17. If you like the content, please leave a like and subscribe, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Thank you.